out here at ringside, ready to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. Corey Macklin's taking the day off. He'll be back next week. Today, you got the Moondogs coming out here a little bit later on. Brian Christopher will be here later on today, as will Billy Travis, but we have a world title match right here on television for you today. Ricky Morton will be challenging for the belt held by Hotstuff Eddie Gilbert. We'll be back to get it underway right after this. Tell you what, I told you just a moment ago, have a world title match coming up here today. Ricky Morton is going to be challenging for the belt held by Hotstuff Eddie Gilbert. Why? An immediate rematch and all of that sort of thing. Well, take a look at this videotape, and I think you'll see.
Eddie Gilbert setting him up now. Look at Ricky. Reverses the hold and flips Gilbert over. On a backdrop, takes him down, covers him. Two. Look at Lawrence Davenport over there. See that kind of stuff? That's just ridiculous in here. Gilbert catches a atomic knee drop. Two. And Lord Davenport saves him again. Puts that leg on the bottom rope. 10 minutes pass. Ricky Morton flips Gilbert over. 1, 2. Look at Lord Davenport interfered again. Ricky Morton's got it this time. Hey, watch it, Ricky. Watch it. Gilbert comes over and nails Lord Davenport. Look at Morton. Flipped him over. Oh, boy. It was about 2 1/2. Oh, closer to that. About 2 1/4. He almost had Gilbert. 1, 2. What happened over there? Looks like I don't know. I didn't see what happened. Looks like he got a 3 count over there. I think Ricky Morton had his foot on that bottom rope over there. Lord pushed it off. Didn't see it. I didn't really see it. But I believe Ricky, yeah, he did. Ricky's over there. He's arguing the fact now that he had his foot on that bottom rope. And Lord Davenport just pushed his foot off that bottom rope.
In the ring right now, Rick Morton, and headed this way. Here he comes. Still has the unified world title around his waist. Hotstuff Eddie Gilbert carries that crown in his hand, claims to be the new king. Hotstuff Eddie Gilbert defending the belt here today. It's on the line. World title at stake. Special time limit agreed to by both challenger and champion for television purposes here today. We are just about to get it started. Kevin Christian's going to be refereeing this one. There's the crown and the shades and the warm-up jacket from Hotstuff Eddie Gilbert. Rick Morton gonna be quick, says Hotstuff. Referee calls for the bell. We're underway with a world title match. Eddie Gilbert. Tell you what, I think when Eddie Gilbert started talking about Rick Morton as an opponent, when he found out that Rick had signed a contract to come in here and wrestle for the unified world belt, I think Eddie had sort of a different idea about the way things might unfold, because he felt that he and Rick had similar backgrounds and similar feelings toward the fans, for instance. Hasn't worked out quite that way. Rick Morton, boy, what a battler he is. Gilbert overusing the ropes. He steps outside, puts his left foot over the bottom rope. That means the referee wants a break, and now Gilbert comes out of there yelling, hey, bring it up when I'm over the ropes. Trying to referee and wrestle. Never a lack of confidence from Eddie Gilbert. He's got that left arm twisted. Got like a half twist. See Rick Morton kind of gritting his teeth there. But he's hanging in there, not giving it up, holding onto that wrist. Gilbert's really putting some pressure on. It's not a hold that's going to get you a pin, but it hurts. May eventually lead to a pin. Oh, shoulder butt. Eddie Gilbert comes off the ropes. Rick Morton hits the mat. Gilbert said it wasn't going to take long. Well, we'll see about that. Already more than a couple of minutes into the match. Gilbert again, confident of that hold he's got, twisting the wrist and lower arm. In fact, the main pressure is actually on the wrist and the elbow with that hold. Referee has asked Rick Morton, you want me to tell him to ring the bell? Rick Morton says nope. Rick Morton comes off the rope, ducks under. Down to the mat goes Eddie Gilbert. Now Rick Morton makes a move, trying to take control of the match and go for the world title right here. He's got him staggered. Down to the mat goes Eddie Gilbert. Count is 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. He was close. He almost had him. Rick Morton puts the bar on the left arm, and Rick Morton now has got to be feeling much better about his chances for walking out of here with a world title around his waist. He's got a bar on Eddie Gilbert's left arm. It's 1 against 1. And oh, goodness, he doubled up the fist and nailed him. Gilbert picking him up by the hair. He's got to run him into the turnbuckles, but Rick Morton blocked him and reversed him. And now Rick again trying to take control, presses him off the top rope. 1, 2, again. He's very close to a 3 count, but only a 2. Rick Morton again. This time he bars the arm. Tough to keep the shoulders down with this hold, but he just missed for the second time in the match, being the world champion. He was within 1/2 count of having the belt around his waist. Eddie Gilbert's pulling his hair. You can see that head snap back. Yeah, he's got a handful. Yeah, look at that. Good shot. Yeah, you saw that hand pulling his hair, yanking that head back. Oh, Rick Morton answers in kind. He snapped the thumb on Gilbert's left hand.
He's trying to break.
And Gilbert's complaining about it. He's trying to break the jammed thumb, he said. Well, Eddie, if you don't want your sore thumb hurt, quit pulling hair. Quit using the fist. Rick Morton takes him down to the mat. Eddie Gilbert now. Sort of on his right side. Again, the arm bar by Rick Morton. I tell you what we're going to do. I mentioned the special TV time limit. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll keep the tape rolling. And if anything should happen while we're away for commercial break, we'll show you that video when we come back. But for right now, let's take a short break. We'll be back. Well, we're back into action. During the time we were away, basically the advantage has stayed with Rick Morton, although Eddie Gilbert has had a moment or two. He was trying to take control right there. Rick Morton again gains control, putting the bar on that left arm. What he has done, he's been able to keep Gilbert tied up enough with that arm bar that Gilbert has to be figuring ways to get out of the hole rather than trying to figure ways to win the match at this point. You would have to give that advantage to Rick Morton at the moment. Rick Morton, I think wrestling fans all over remember him as half of the Rock and Roll Express, one of the all-time favorite tag teams in the history of wrestling. But I think many of you also know that Rick was a devastating single wrestler from time to time. He has broken a rule or two. That's Rick hanging right there in the ropes. Eddie Gilbert moved out of the way as Rick had already committed, but now Eddie is having to use the time to recover. Gilbert grabbing Rick's left arm. Oh, boy, wraps it around the ring post. The referee is counting him back in the ring. And here comes Eddie Gilbert back in. Oh, runs right into a fist. Rick Morton was waiting for him, had it doubled up. Nails him again in the top of the head. Eddie Gilbert, just as the bell sounded, said, Dave, it won't take long. Boy, was he wrong. And he has been at a disadvantage. Most of the match hasn't counted two. The shoulders were down. Rick didn't really have him in a very good pin position, but Eddie, I think, is getting a little tired, and the shoulders were down. When the shoulders are down, the referee's going to start to count on you, and that's exactly what happened right there. And Rick Morton working on that left arm and left hand. There you see a hold. Fingers entwined. But it's Rick Morton who has the leverage to make the hold work. Morton into the rope. Leaps over. Takes Eddie Gilbert down to the mat. And just about everything that Eddie Gilbert has tried to set up, every play he's tried to run, if you will, has backfired on him here today. Rick Morton has come up with the advantage, this time with a top wrist lock. Well, that's one way. He bit him. He poked him in the eyes with his fingers, and then he bit. There he goes again. Well, the world champion. Him down to the mat with a DDT. 1, 2. Oh, put on the bottom rope, and the referee saw it and stopped the count at 2. Eddie Gilbert thought he had him, and it looked for a moment as though Rick Morton's challenge for the belt was over for this guy. But put on the bottom rope, he's still in there. He's not in very good shape, though. Eddie Gilbert clotheslines him, goes for the cover again. Referee counts 1, 2. And again, very close, but only a 2 count, says the referee. This match continues. Top rope. Eddie Gilbert feeling good. He's saying, I got him. 2. No, and again, Rick Morton puts the foot on the bottom rope, and that stops it. Foot on the rope. Eddie Gilbert, I think, thought he had won it. He was raising his own hand. I think he thought that the 3 count had fallen, but not 2. Morton was close enough to the rope. He put his foot on the bottom rope and is still alive in this match. The World Unified title at stake. Eddie Gilbert, the champion, defending against a very rugged Rick Morton. That's Rick lying in the ring. Eddie Gilbert. See that right fist doubled up? He's on the middle rope. Here he comes. And now the cover. The King, says Eddie Gilbert. Count is 2. No, he kicks out of it. Rick Morton's out at the 2 count. Boy, I tell you, with both of these guys, I've thought a half dozen times that the match was over. But that last ounce of energy, they've been able to kick out of it. Now Gilbert around behind, possible sleeper hold. Referee's got to make sure it's up on the chin and back on the pressure points on the neck and not wrapped across the throat in a choke. So far, he's satisfied it's okay. Gilbert holding on for dear life, trying to wear down Rick Morton. Rick reaching for the ropes. He would love to get there if he could get into the ropes. That means the referee would break the hold, but he's not going to be able to make it. Referee Kevin Christian's right there watching, and yeah, from our vantage point, I would agree that it's a legal hold. There's 2. One more time, the referee checks. Oh, Rick Morton holds up the arm. He's still in there. Maybe he's not quite as bad a shape as we thought there, as the referee refused to stop it. I don't know. Looks to me like Gilbert's got a pretty good hold, but Rick Morton's still holding that arm up. Gilbert using the right fist. Down to 1, 2. Oh, and again, Rick Morton kicks out of it. I tell you what, I'm amazed that Rick Morton's able to kick out of it at this point after the beating these 2 guys have given each other and the holds that they have used just to wear each other down, to sap the strength across the knee. Eddie Gilbert now goes for the cover. 1, 2, go, and Yeah, just before the 3 count, and the referee says only 2. That was set to ring the bell. But the action will continue on USWA Championship Wrestling. You are looking at a world title match. Not 2 of the biggest champions and contenders you've ever had as far as raw physical size, but I don't think you could have any better balanced competition than we've been able to show you right here on TV today. There again, the referee's checking, but Rick Morton, he is all right. He is hanging in there. Time is a factor. Remember the special TV time limit, and there is 1 minute left in the time limit. 1 minute left in the special TV time limit, and then time will expire. We'll have to ring the bell. And what a shame if we can't give you a winner after both of these guys at various points in the match have actually shown that they deserve to be the winner of the match. The world title hangs in the balance. Eddie Gilbert has got to be figuring that time is on his side. If he can hang on now for 30 seconds, he is going to retain the belt. Eddie's feeling mighty good right now. He does not even at this point, I think, have to worry about getting a pin. He ties those legs up, though, of Rick Morton. Can he get a submission? Time winding down. We have 15 seconds left. We're going to have to ring the bell. It's a championship match. No grace period here. When we get to the time, we're going to ring it. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. There's a count of 2. That's it. Time is up. Time is up. Boy, what a match. Let me tell you. We have gone to the time limit here. Time is up. Time is up. Time is up. You've gone to the...
I hate him beat. I can beat this punk. And I will shut everybody's mouth for good. Just give me 5 more minutes. I want 5 more minutes. I can beat him. I hate him beat. 5 more minutes. I want 5 more minutes.
I can't give you 5 more minutes unless...
Come on. I'm a champion around here. I can pick and choose.
I'm not sure that's smart to ask for 5 more minutes anyway. 5 more minutes, says the referee. Well, I'm going to go with what the referee tells me to do. If he's going to referee for 5 more minutes, I'm going to ring the bell. There's a count of 1, 2. Okay, check the clock here. Eddie Gilbert with a suplex and a cover on Rick Morton. He says he can beat him if he had 5 more minutes. Well, he couldn't do it in the original time limit. I don't know. Will 5 minutes do it? Let's see. Rick Morton hooks it down. Small package. Gilbert, he got it! He got it! Rick Morton has upset. At this point, I think you would have to say Eddie Gilbert. All Gilbert had to do was walk out of here with a time limit, and you... champion Rick Morton.
I didn't sign for a world title match for 5 more minutes.
Oh, hey, come on. Wait a minute. You came over. Wait. You came over here. I can beat this guy. Give me 5 more minutes. Referee says continue for 5 minutes. I can't believe you would come up with a technicality here. Eddie? I heard him say 5 more minutes.
And you're happy. Yes, sir. I'm very happy. You're real happy. Well, let's remember one thing. Remember when we signed the contract? You remember that? Yes, sir. The special TV time limit, right? And I don't remember signing anything, I don't think it said, about an extra 5-minute match being a world title match. So, what that does is that 5-minute match that Ricky Morton won, that everybody's so happy about, actually that voids his world title win. The contract, right or wrong? The contract we signed was for a special time limit on TV, right? It was not an extra 5-minute match. You got the contract right here? Yeah. Can you remember? Can we point this out here? I'm not hoaxing anybody. I'm telling the truth. People do this all the time, Dave.
Special TV time.
There's my name, Ricky Morton. It doesn't say anything about extra 5-minute match, does it?
No, it doesn't.
For the world title. So you are not the world champion, and I want my belt back.
But come on, you said 5 more minutes, and
I want a 5-minute match, will you? Sure. See, that's the reason why I'm the world heavyweight champion. That's the reason why everybody else says one of these. I'm so smart. I figure out contracts, I find loopholes, have everybody overconfident. They think they can beat me. All of them think they can beat me. But now Eddie Marlin has the task of going over to the little Ricky Morton and taking my world title belt back. Here it comes to me, the champion, the one and the only.
Well, disgusting way to do it.
What? That's smart, huh?
You probably think you're smart.
I am.
And you did outsmart us this morning.
Yeah.
I figured with the 5-minute time limit would be in there, but the contract says a special time limit.
That's right.
But you're not going to get by with it that easy. I'm giving Rick Morton an immediately return title match. And Rick, you can have any stipulation you want.
Wait a minute. Like what? You get any stipulation you want.
Pull over everybody's eyes all the time.
You know, Dave Brown, nothing against Frank Murray or Paul Neighbors, but all I want is a special referee.
I guess you would want a special referee. Who do you want to get? Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, somebody like that to be a special referee? Why don't I just go ahead and hand the belt over to you? Is that what you want as a special referee?
No.
Jeff Jarrett,
No.
Jerry Lawler, is that what it is?
I want an official referee. That's all I want, Dave Brown.
That's all?
Yes,
That's it?
That's all I want.
You want just an official referee? Yes. So it's just a referee? Yes. That's it? Well, I'll read to that. Because I know I can beat you. I don't care. If it's just a referee, I don't care. I'll sign it right now, right in front of everybody here. Dave Brown, you can witness?
I would.
Can you read?
Yeah, I'll
Can you
witness.
read?
Yeah.
You can't? You can't? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, and I tell you what,
You're right.
All right, special referee stipulation. All right. And there it is, Eddie Gilbert.
There's Mamas. That's it? See you at the arena, bud.
All right,
See you later.
world titles on the line, special referee. Here's Rick signing. And both of them have signed the wrestling agreement for the return match, the immediate return match.
Rick, I'm going to have to get on the phone. I'd like to know who you had in mind.
No, anyway, but I got a special referee. This guy here's been known to be refereeing right here for 30 years. To a lot of people right here, he's known as Bald Eagle. But to me, he's known as my dad, Paul Morton.
Wait. No.
Paul Morton! I thought he was dead! What did they do, dig him up? You can't get Paul Morton!
USWA sanctioned referee.
I'm living dead, what?
Tell you what, Eddie.
I got something to say here now.
Wait,
You can't, what?
well, I know you're, how you outsmarted and all that sort of thing, and we're impressed. And I'd love to stand here and talk to you about it. We got to take a break. We'll be back. It wasn't long ago that Jeff Jarrett and Jerry Lawler climbed into the ring against the Moondogs and walked out the World Tag Team Champions. They got back in the ring just a few days ago, and here's what happened.
Him off. Jeff goes after Richard Lee, throws that metal chair in after him. Lawler and Cujo outside of the ring fighting it out. Jeff's sat on the top rope. Moondog spot is staggering. Jeff with a flying press, and Lee interferes again. Got that big piece of wood in there. Lawler and Jarrett brought in as a full plate. Moondog spot picks up the metal chair, nails Jeff. Look at Jeff Jarrett. He's getting steamed up. Goes to work on the big Moondog spot. Comes off the ropes. Catches him with a right hand. Jeff's got him pinned. Well, I don't know. But it's making me kind of frustrated in here because this kind of stuff, Richard Lee, is just ridiculous for Lee to come out here and keep up this kind of action. Well, if he'd stay out there, should have kept Lee and had him banded back in the back there. We may well get something done in this bout. Cujo, the big Moondog, gets a flying press, on his partner Moondog's spot, sends him down. Lawler and Jarrett with a double right hand on Richard Lee. Jeff telling Lawler, hey, power driver in there. They power drive the big Moondog. They sent Moondog's butt down with a power driver. Jeff's got him covered. Here comes Richard Lee. Hey, what in the world he got? Oh, boy. This Lee, I tell you. Moondog flips Jeff over. 1, 2. Oh, boy, I tell you. Well, referee Frank Morrell calls for the bell in there. They get the 3 count.
Well, you saw exactly what happened. Richard Lee gets involved. Richard Lee wants to get involved. Fine. I'll tell you why in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at the complete card coming up Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. 8 o'clock is when it all begins. Promises to be another one of those great Monday nights of action. In the opening match, you got the Hornet. Boy, he has looked mighty good in the times we've seen him in the ring, and he will be going against Tony Falk, also who has proved to be a fine wrestler, too. In the next match, interesting stipulation coming up on this one. Mean Mike Miller with Lauren Davenport in the corner. Billy Travis will be the opponent, and if Mean Mike Miller loses, Lauren Davenport gets to sample the vitamins and minerals contained in a can of Alpo dog food. Special challenge match coming up after that. Eric Embry will be going against Mike Samples. Yeah, stand by for that one. That ought to be a good match, too. USWA's Southern title will be on the line then, as Brian Christopher will be going against Dr. Tom Pritchard. Stand by for that match right now. It should be something else. Then, Unified World title at stake. Rick Morton gets another shot, another rematch, thanks to Eddie Marlin, who was out here and says, okay, Eddie Gilbert, you tricked us today. You requested another 5 minutes. Then you said it's not a title match. So sign it immediately. So for Monday night, it is going to be a unified heavyweight title match. And then, as you all heard just a few minutes ago, it is going to be special referee, the Bald Eagle, also known as Paul Morton. Paul Morton will be the special referee with a unified title at stake. Then, an anything goes grudge 6-man tag team match. Moondogs and Richard Lee has to be in the ring against Lawler, Jarrett, and the original fabulous one coming back to be in the ring this time. Jackie Fargo will be here Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. What a night, what a card. Make your plans right now to be there when it all begins at 8 o'clock Monday night at the Coliseum. Here's a man who's going to be there right now, part of that 6-man tag team match, talking about the one and only Jeff Jarrett. Jeff greeting all the many fans as he heads this way. He will have Jerry Lawler and Mr. Fargo in the ring. Jeff, I know you're not happy about last week, but this time maybe a different story.
That's exactly right, Dave. I'm not going to come out here on the down note because you know as well as I do and all the fans know that last week we beat the Moondogs right here on TV. We've proven time and time again when myself and Jerry Lawler team up, Moondogs, we can take those titles from you. But this Monday night, it's going to be a little different. That's right, it's going to be a little different because, you know, Dave, when I was growing up in elementary school, I had an idol, and it was Jackie Fargo. And then I moved on up in high school, and there was a guy that I tried to idolize, and I watched every match that I could go to or see on television, and that was Jerry Lawler. And now Monday night, you know, Dave, I got a birthday coming up Tuesday, and I couldn't ask for a bigger or better present than to team with the 2 guys that I've respected most in this sport. And that's the fabulous one, Jackie Fargo, and Jerry the King Lawler. And Jerry's got some words about this match. Let's listen to those, and I'll say a little more.
Okay, here's Jerry.
Richard Lee, I guess you and your stinking Moondogs are sitting on top of the world right now. You are riding high, aren't you? Your Moondogs, thanks to you, Richard Lee, and that powder of yours that you threw in Jeff Jarrett's eyes, they still have the World Tag Team titles around their waist. But more disappointing than that is the fact that you, Richard Lee, still have your hair on top of your head. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Not for long, pal. Not for long, do you hear me? Because as soon as we got out of that ring last week, we went straight to the dressing room, Jeff and I, and we dialed that telephone, and we called the fabulous Jackie Fargo, and when we told him what happened, He said, get ready, boys, because I'm coming back to Memphis. I'm going to get in the ring. I'm not there to referee. I'm in there to throw some lefts and throw some rights and hurt somebody. So Richard Lee and the Moondogs, get ready, because this Monday night it's an anything-goes six-man match. The Moondogs and you, Richard Lee, in the ring against Jerry the King Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, and the fabulous Jackie Fargo. You think you've been in an anything-goes match? You ain't seen nothing till you're in one with Jackie Fargo. And I got a few tricks up my sleeve in store for you, too. So get ready, Richard Lee. Like I said, you still got your hair, but we may pull every single hair out of your head right by the roots Monday night. Because we're going to put something on you that Ajax won't take off. You think that beating we gave the Moondogs last week was something? You wait on Monday night. And speaking of the fabulous Jackie Fargo, he's got a few words you better listen to right now, Richard Lee. Here he is. Tell him, Jackie.
You know, I came to Memphis 2 weeks ago, come to see some friends, referee a match, mind my own business. But you know what happened? I was mistreated. The Moondogs mistreated me for no reason. Now, I've got something to settle with you, Moondog. Now, I'm mean. I'm tough. I've sweated more blood, sweat, and tears to become a professional wrestler than you ever thought about it, pal. You think I'm gonna let some dirty, rotten, low-down, 14-carat son of a sapsucker like you humiliate the fabulous one? You don't know how mean I am, boy. Well, why don't you take a little survey around Memphis, Tennessee? You go around and ask people, do you know Jackie Fargo? They say, yeah, he's the meanest man I ever seen. Well, I'm going to prove it this Monday night. I'm going to prove to you and anybody that's connected with you, you bring all your little doggies, all the people you want to, bring 30 and put in your corner, and I'm going to show them how mean I am. I'm the meanest man that ever walked the face of the earth, Moondog. And if you don't want to get hurt, stay home, pal, because I'm going to hurt you Monday night.
Oh, yeah, Dave, I believe those, that's right. I believe those two interviews about said it all, because Jerry and also the fabulous one were a little upset on those interviews. And it's because of one reason, Moondogs, and Richard Lee, especially you, listen up. Because they've got something that none of you 3 or 4 guys got, and that's pride. That's exactly right. Jackie Fargo came to Memphis 2 weeks ago to referee a match, and that's exactly what he did. Well, this Monday night, he's coming for a different reason. And when the King, Jeff Jarrett, and the fabulous one get in the ring, oh, boys, you better Katie bar the door, like they say, Dave.
You're right, Jeff. Don't miss it. It's Anything Goes, Monday night, 8 o'clock. We'll be back right after this. Lee and the Moondogs are here. Looks like they brought half of our dogs.
This is my first day. I've been teaching my dogs impersonation. This is our impersonation of Jeff Jarrett and Jerry Lawler coming to the ring. I want to tell you something, folks. You thought you were going to get my hair? Wrong. You thought you were going to get the belt? Wrong. So now you think you're going to bring this goofball Jackie Fargo back in here and try and do something to me? Wrong, boys. You think I'm worried about it? I ain't worried about nothing, Dave Brown. I ain't never worried about nothing since the day I was born, and especially you, Jackie Fargo. But let me tell you something. We don't have to put up with this stuff, Dave. We don't have to put up with them silly goofballs in here thinking that they're going to beat us up. Jackie Fargo is an insane person. He needs to be in a hospital someplace, chained down to the bed. He don't need to be in a ring against my dog.
He's going to be there. Let's take a look at this videotape right here, and I'd like for you to watch this too, Richard Lee, if you don't mind.
Like, party's over, because Fargo counted to 1. Oh, it's not over yet, though. Hey, look at this. Come on now. Richard Lee grabs Fargo, and they go to work on Jackie, man. All of the Moondogs jumping on Fargo. Hey, now, Richard.
That was 3 against 1.
That's what I was talking about right there, Dave Brown. He's a crazy man. He went and he started beating up everybody. It didn't make any difference who he was hitting. Well, he's not going to hit me. Jackie Fargo, you won't ever put your hands on me, because he's not going to be there, Dave. It's against the rules.
We'll see about that. I tell you what, we've got a match. If you'll take the Moondogs to the ring right now, I'll ring the bell. Moondogs and Richard Lee against Eric Embry and Tony Falk. Boy, the bell doesn't even get going good for this one until the Moondogs jump him up there. Jump them, I should say. But that looks like a piece of a metal cabinet or something, and now they break a stick over Eric Embry's head. A folding metal chair, the trademark of Richard Lee and the Moondogs, in the ring right now, working on Tony Falk. Smack him across the back. Boy, I tell you what, this Richard Lee, he sends them in there, they run wild, mayhem and destruction. They leave a path of it wherever they go, these Moondogs. Ah, Embry smacked across the top of the head with that cabinet. Tony Falk as one of the Moondogs. And Eric Embry, things may be turning. Oh, here comes Richard Lee with, what is that? It looks like a kitchen drawer or something. Nails him across the head with it. And now the Moondogs back in control. There's another metal chair handed into the Moondog. One of them is holding Eric Embry. The other one smacks him across the back with a chair. Richard Lee displaying the World Tag Team belts. Richard.
And that's what the does, baby. You gotta get fit. Don't anybody get fit for you, Jackie.
The Moondogs. Hey, here comes Jeff Jarrett. It looks like he's got a big scoop. Maybe that's the way to get the Moondogs out of here. Now he's got the metal chair. He throws at the Moondogs, and Richard Lee has pulled them out of the ring. The whistle's blowing, and there they go. I think he's done it. Jeff Jarrett runs the Moondogs out of here. Richard Lee still walking around there. Jeff Jarrett picks up the side of that metal cabinet. Yeah, they're gone. There's Jeff, who was in to help out. We'll be back with more from the USWA. Coming up around the territory of the USWA. By the way, I'm hoping to have some video for the King to tell you more about this later on, but I do want to quickly mention that Lawler's Kings of Memphis softball team is going to be playing 1:30 City Park, Middleton, Tennessee tomorrow afternoon. Let's take a look at the action coming up in the USWA. Kennett, Missouri, Friday night, July 17th. 8 o'clock's the time. American Legion Building is the place. You see the folks that are going to be there. Should be a big night in Kennett, Missouri. If you buy your tickets in advance, you save $1. Remember, Kennett is where all of that wild brawl took place some time ago with the Moondogs and Lawler and Jarrett, and just about everybody in the building got into it. That's in Kennett, Friday night, 17th. Then coming up, another softball game. Just a reminder here, this is the one at Tim McCarver Stadium. You get to see two games. You get to see the softball game and also get to see the Chicks game. Softball game, good guys against the bad guys, if you will. That's Friday night, July 24th. Following night, July 25th, big Saturday night in Jonesboro, Arkansas. They always seem to be big in Jonesboro when the USWA comes to town. It'll be at the Earl Bell Community Center. 8 o'clock is the time. It's the Super Summer Sizzler. 3 title matches on championship night and a special challenge match and a grudge match too. All the top stars will be there. You see some fan is going to win something in. Keep in mind that no purchase necessary for that. $1 increase in all ticket prices because of such a huge night at the Earl Bell Community Center on Saturday, July 25th. Then coming up in Thaxton, Mississippi on Friday night, July 31st. It'll be at 8 o'clock at the Thaxton Gym. Tickets are on sale right now. Also coming soon in Shelby, Mississippi, and Senatobia, Mississippi, and Osceola, Arkansas. Big USWA action coming up. All the top stars are going to be around. Speaking of top stars, here's one coming this way right here. Jeff Jarrett. We talked to him a little earlier, but I know he's got lots of things going on around the area. Jeff, let's catch up on some of your action here.
A lot of things going on this morning, Dave. First of all, I want to say I'm going to be in Kennett, Missouri Friday night. Okay. Big matches right up there. And then the next following Saturday night, Jonesboro, Arkansas. A lot of matches going on up there. But did you say something about the softball game?
Yes, it did. That's on Friday the 24th.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's going to be, what do they call that? Wrestle softball, something like that. It's going to be awful exciting. But Moondogs, I came out here to say this to you, Richard Lee. You just saw how what happens when the sides are even. Well, Monday night, it's going to be more. It's going to be 3-on-3. And you boys better get ready because you can't run out of the Coliseum. You'll be in the ring with us.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Here's a word from the king once again, Jerry Lawler, right here.
Dave, I just wanted to come back out here for 1 second and mention the fact that, you know, every weekend my Lawler's Kings of Memphis softball team kind of head out around the area and help raise some money for some different organizations. Well, tomorrow afternoon up in Middleton, Tennessee, we're going to be up there with the Middleton-Dixie boys up there, and we're going to be playing a big doubleheader against the Middleton All-Stars. It's going to be at City Park at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon, 1:30 City Park in Middleton, Tennessee, and the Middleton All-Stars have promised that they are going to beat us 2 straight. Can't believe it, huh? I can't either. Also want to remind you, the first 200 people at the game are going to get to come to Memphis Wrestling absolutely free. So we'll see you in Middleton, Tennessee tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. But don't forget, Monday night, 8 o'clock, Mid-South Coliseum. Anything goes match with Jackie Fargo as our partner. What's going to go is going to be you, Richard Lee, and your stinking Moondogs out of here once and for all.
I think you heard what he had to say.
I don't care what Jerry Lawler had to say, because let me tell you something, Jerry Lawler, and let me tell you something, Jeff Jarrett, and let me tell you something, Jackie Fargo. This whole thing started in Canton, Missouri, brother, but it's fixing to end Monday night in Memphis, because I've had all of it I'm going to take. You think you can bring some thumbs to the ring to hit people with? I'm bringing a shopping cart full of them, brother. The Moondog Express is going to roll down there on Monday night, and when we come back, we're going to leave 3 bodies bloody in the middle of the ring. Mark my word, boys.
There's a word from Richard Lee. We'll find out. We'll be back with Brian Christopher right after this. Well, I promised he would be here, and here he comes right here. A little more applause than I really expected for Brian Christopher. He wears the Texas championship around his waist. I don't see the Southern title around his waist, however.
We're not going to talk about that right now. We're not going to talk about that, Dave, because this is a big day in my life. Oh, it's been a big month. You know, 2 weeks ago I came out here and I showed my Brian Christopher video. And we all know how great it was. It was so great that last week I came out here and won a big Oscar. I had a big 8-foot-tall Oscar. But now, oh, the cherry on top is here today, because straight from New York, from MTV, he's come down here to see my video, a big movie star, the star of Encino Man. You've seen that, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Oh, he's so great in it. Anyway, straight from MTV, world renowned, here he is to see my video, Pauly Shore.
That is Pauly Shore from MTV. Totally Pauly. And Encino Man. I don't believe. Listen. You know, this man has seen lots of videos. He knows. I can't believe he liked yours.
Expert on videos. That's right. He's my good. Came all the way from MTV. I'm gonna be on MTV, you know, because my video has got around. Everybody's talking about it, and I brought Pauly down, and he has seen my video. And Pauly.
Well, that's what I wanted to tell you. The thing sucked, man. No, but the thing is, I've seen No, dude, wait, just let me say something for a second, all right? I've seen a lot of videos, and I saw you put that guy in there, and at first it was cute and stuff, you know? But then I started watching it, and it really was like the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, I'm just being honest, you know?
What are you talking about? What are you talking You've done it now, Buck. I'm mad. He's out here playing. He knows my video's great. Everybody knows it. You don't want me to break your neck, Buck. You don't come out here and try to embarrass Brian Christopher.
I don't think he's playing, Brian. I think he's telling you exactly what we tried to tell you when you showed that video.
He must be on some serious drugs, I'm going to tell you now.
Oh, come on.
I'm mad now. Somebody better get somebody here for me to beat him up.
Well, we will do that. I tell you what, Brian, we're going to show a video right now. How about that? But
show my video first. We want to see my video. Show it right now.
Brian, I didn't say we were going to show your video, but watch this.
1, go.
You see, you thought you were living pretty high when you were the Southern Heavyweight Champion, Brian Christopher. You thought you could go out on the street and get some poor guy, have him make a sign, and then come in and have him do all your dirty work for you for a day. But let me just tell you this. You may have been riding high as a Southern Heavyweight Champion, but that didn't give you any kind of right to come out on the street and take some poor guy and have him do all your work for you, man. I'll tell you this, son, the road to the top ain't easy, and when you were the Southern Heavyweight Champion, you know how you got it. And you know how you got me out of the USWA. You and Eddie Gilbert, you couldn't do it by yourself. But you see, you did beat 3 men to become the #1 challenger for the Southern Heavyweight Championship, Brian. And I'll tell you this, wherever it is, this week, I will kick your butt for free, and I'm going to be the Southern Heavyweight Champion because I told you once, and I'll tell you again, you can't beat me, and if you want to come and try, come and try.
Dr. Tom Pritchard with the word, Brian Christopher.
I wanted to see my video, not that crap. Where's my video at?
We've seen your video just enough, let me tell you.
I'm really mad. I'm mad to the point where I'm going to hurt somebody, Dave. Get me in here. You in on it. They're supposed to show my video. Beat up before I beat you up in that polished floor.
There is a match right now. Brian Christopher has a match scheduled. Let's do that. Let's go to the ring right now. He's still upset, but I must say thank you to Paulie Shore for telling it like it is. Guy comes out here with a video, says it's the greatest thing in the world. What he's doing is making fun of the homeless. Nothing funny about that.
No, Dave. Who is this?
You have to ask who this is. Your former partner, Tony Williams, is who this is.
I don't want a jabroni out here to beat up. I want some competition. I'm not going to wrestle Tony Williams, so bring somebody else out here right now.
Well, I don't think you can determine who you're going to wrestle because most of the contracts are open contracts, and you're signed to go against it.
Boy, you might as well take yourself back and spare you some embarrassment, because if I get in there, I'm going to slap you around just like you should be done. You're a jabroni. Go on back, Tony. I'm not going to wrestle you. You better go. Big muscles must be in his head, too. You better go back and pump your little...
He's not backing up from you.
But it's a rope.
Well,
that's it. That is it right now. Mr. and Miss Williams, turn your TV set off. This bucket just made me mad. I'm going to get in here. Well, I'm getting a last chance. Get out of here before I hurt you. I don't want to. I guess I'm going to have to hurt him.
I don't see him backing up. Matter of fact, I see him coming after you. There he goes into the ring. And Tony Williams, former partner. These guys started out as a new kid, and then Brian Christopher said, anymore. Look at that. Tony Williams knocks him over the top rope. He didn't throw him over. There's an important difference there. He hit him, and his momentum carried him over the top rope.
That is it. Somebody better call an ambulance, because I'm about to hurt this punk. Somebody call 911. You're in for it now, boy.
Nobody, don't call 911. Let's just see what happens here. Again, it's Brian Christopher who's the one who's out here complaining, not Tony Williams. Tony's standing there waiting for him.
You can say it now. You done make me mad.
Christopher is incredible. I tell you. He sees the world his own way. Tony Williams is just running out of the ring again. Here he comes. Here he comes. You want to give him another chance to leave, I guess.
I didn't want to have to do this. I thought everything was over, Tony. I thought everything was all right. But I'm going to have to break your neck. I'm going to have to break your neck. Yeah, I bet I should be treated with respect.
Well, there's the referee's word. You got to count to 10 to get back in the ring. Brian Christopher steps back through it. Tony Williams moves out of the way, grabs him, rolls him with that arm into the corner. He snaps him out of there. And Brian Christopher is in trouble. Oh, look out. Tony went in a little too quick. Shoulders are down. Christopher using the rope for extra leverage. The referee did not see what happened. He cheated to win.
told you I'd beat that punk up. You had enough, Tony? Yeah. You're not in here with the big leagues. You're still a jabroni. You're a small fry.
Yeah, Brian Christopher, true.
And Tom Pritchard is going to get a lot more of that.
A true champion doesn't win matches by putting his feet on the ropes for the extra downward pressure. Christopher gets the win. You saw it. We'll be back after this. Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. 8 o'clock is when it all begins. Tony Falk will be in there in the opening match going against the Hornet. That should be a good opening match. Don't be late. You won't want to miss this one. These two guys should really be able to go at each other. A couple of good wrestlers right here. Then, in this match, special stipulation we told you about a little bit earlier. Mean Mike Miller has Lauren Davenport in the corner. Will be going against Billy Travis. And if Mean Mike Miller loses, Lauren Davenport has to eat some dog food. Then, special challenge match after that. Eric Embry will be going against Mike Samples. Two guys with good size on them. The Flamboyant one will be trying to take the measure of Mike Samples. Then, the USWA Southern title is going to be on the line. Dr. Tom Pritchard will have it there. Going against Brian Christopher. And now with that smirk on his face, that confident grin that he has, maybe a different story. I tell you what, he wasn't all that impressive today against Tony Williams. He had to use those feet on the ropes in order to get the pin there. Can you imagine Monday night going against Tom Pritchard with the USWA Southern title at stake? Then, Unified World Heavyweight title will be on the line. Eddie Gilbert will be going against Rick Morton. And yes, Eddie still does have the belt, but we may not say that after Monday night because Rick has asked for a special referee, a USWA sanctioned referee, the Bald Eagle, who is also known as Paul Morton. Unified World title is going to be at stake. Then, in an anything goes, 6-man grudge match, I'm telling you what, the hardware and the boards, everything that these guys bring with them to the ring, look out in an anything goes match. But as Jerry Lawler says, look out from our side for anything goes, too, because you got a guy who, Jackie Fargo said, he's meanest man in wrestling right now, and he is going to be here looking to take the measure, especially, I think, of Richard Lee. 6-man match, anything goes, and the grudge match Monday night at the Coliseum. That's the main event. Again, it all begins at 8 o'clock. Make your plans to be right there at ringside. Let's take a look at some highlights from a match right here as Eric Embry was going against Brian Christopher with Mike Samples in Christopher's corner. Watch.
Series of right hands from Eric. Oh, Christopher raked him. Oh, boy. Eric took him and was going to throw him instead of roll to the end referee, Paul Neighbors. Boy, I tell you. Look at Eric. Bulldog on Christopher. Takes him down. He's got him covered. Look out, Eric. Here comes Mike Samples in here. Get him out of there. Boy, he nailed Embry with some... What in the world has he got over there? He caught Eric Embry with whatever he had, some type of foreign object in there. Nailed Embry. Christopher goes against referee Paul Neighbors. He counts 2-3.
Well, there you go, right there. We saw it.
You know, Dave, I want to say something first. You know, they can knock me down, but I keep getting back up. And Monday night, I can't wait to see the Moondogs in that match where the sides are even. And you just saw it, just like you said. There's another great big man, thinks he's the biggest man on the face of the earth walking around here. You know, Mike Samples, you know, you wear that Dapper Dan-looking suit, man, with them little suspenders. But, you know, I had to learn a lesson, Dave, the hard way, and I'm going to teach it to you, Mike Samples, and it's real simple. The state of Texas is a great big state, but it ain't the whole world, Mike Samples. Do you understand what I'm telling you? What's going to happen Monday night? This guy that thinks he's the biggest man in the whole world, when you come to the ring in that Dapper Dan-looking suit, I'm going to rip those suspenders off, I'm going to rip that shirt off, I'm going to rip those breeches off, and I'm going to expose you, Mike Samples, as the little bitty man that you really are.
A word from Eric Embry. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Hello there, Billy. I see what you got here.
Well. You folks see what this is? Alpo.
Well, let me tell you, Dave, you know I'm a happy son of a gun. You know, Lauren Davenport, we all know what you are. You're not a lady, you're a dog. Instead of saying hello, you should be saying arf, arf. So when I beat your man that you say that can't be beat, you're going to have to sit in the middle of the ring. Let me show you, Dave. Let me open this beef stew dog food up. All right, here we go.
Watch your back, man. Here they come.
There you go. I want to get a good close shot of this. Get in real close. One of your favorites, Miss Davenport. When I beat that man, you're going to have to sit in the middle of the ring and eat this whole can. I promise you.
Make sure you don't take the table off.
There you go.
My goodness. All right, Billy. Billy's going to the ring. He's got a match coming up right here, so let's
Last night.
we'll do that. Dog food. Well, here they come. Billy Travis, the Hornet, his partner, and Mike Miller, Mike Samples, and Lauren Davenport out here right now.
Let me tell you something, Dave Brown. That's the only animal around here, and he's going to pay for calling me a dog. I'm not a dog, and I will not be eating any dog food.
You know where you put a little face there, Lauren Davenport. I tell you something there, Billy Travis. You look like a poodle, son. You need to be eating that dog food. I tell you what, we're going to take care of some business right now where you'll be able to make that match.
Well, let's see. We've got us a tag team match scheduled right here. Mean Mike Miller and Mike Samples will be on one side of the ring. Billy Travis and the Hornet on the other. Laura Davenport's over in the corner here. Oh, Mike Miller nails Billy Travis from behind. Throws him into the rope. Up high in the air. Billy Travis hits hard. Mean Mike Miller with the upper arm. Billy Travis coming back with a right hand. They double up. There's a shot for Mike Samples, standing out on the ring apron. Mike Samples and Lauren Davenport trying to stay out of the way of Billy Travis. A Hornet with a nice suplex on Mean Mike Miller. Good drop kick. Miller getting back to the turnbuckles. Miller now fighting his way out over to the corner, and here comes Mike Samples. He's got the braces, he's got the tie, he's got the white shirt. He's got a clothesline, and he knocks the Hornet down with it. Big broad arm by Mike Samples. Calls for the boot. Mean Mike Miller holds that right foot up there, and they run the Hornet into it.
Big Mike, put it on, baby.
Move by the Hornet. He's over to the corner and makes the tag. Here's Billy Travis. He comes in with an uppercut. Right hand doubled up. Nails Mike Miller with it. Miller off the rope. Dumped hard on the mat by Billy Travis. He's right there to pick him up, flip him over. Billy Travis not letting up. Mike Miller comes back with a right fist. Billy Travis rakes his eyes. Throws him into the rope. Mike Miller with a boot. That caught Billy in the midsection. Lower part of the rib cage. Billy Travis' head goes into the turnbuckles now.
Put it on him. Put it on him, baby.
Mike Samples over in the corner telling Mike Miller, put it on him, put it on him. Don't let up. Billy Travis off the rope. Mike Miller picks him up in the air, drops him over the knee, and then onto the mat. Here's a cover by Miller. 1, 2. Billy Travis able to kick out at the 2 count. Laura Davenport is livid. She's complaining to the referee it was a slow count, but she always complains it was a slow count in a situation like that. Nothing unusual from Laura Davenport. Mike Samples picking Billy Travis up by the hair. Now he picks him up, scoops him and slams him. There he is again with a handful of hair. Billy Travis. Again, picked up in the air by Mike Samples, who body slams him. Samples is a big guy, there's no doubt about it. Billy Travis in some trouble. He and his partner, the Hornet, going against two Mike, Mean Mike Miller and Mike Samples, who's in there right now. Lord Davenport yelling at the ground. Is Mike Miller yelling something about the dog food? I don't know what. I think he was saying there's no way that Lauren Davenport would ever eat dog food. Mike Samples hanging on to Billy Travis. Billy reaching for the tag, his partner, the Hornet, extending that right hand as far as he could, but they were still a couple of feet away from getting the tag. Now here's Billy trying to force his way out of this one. Get enough of advantage, and what Billy needs to do is get to the corner. He goes for the sunset instead. Mike Miller around behind, got him right in the back of the neck. Now Mike Samples picks him up again, makes the tag, and now Mike Miller at least is the legal man in the ring. That was not true the last time he stepped through the rope. Well, he got Billy again. Mean Mike Miller. Working over Billy Travis. Look at Davenport over here, pulling Travis out of the ring. Mike Miller now grabs him, and they got him down on the floor. Miller just slammed him into the ring post. Now he rolls him under the rope. Billy Travis back in the ring. Mean Mike Miller in there after him. Put it on him. Slides a boot off the side of his face. Billy Travis had things under control for a while, but he's been in trouble here for a few minutes. They've kept him tied up and away from the corner, away from the tag on his partner. The Hornet's there waiting. He wants the tag. But that man right there, Billy Travis, at the moment, unable to get to the tag and his partner. Mean Mike Miller has him in the hole. Travis with a right. He ducks under. Billy puts him down to the mat. Both of them hit the mat. Billy needs to get to the corner. He couldn't quite do it. Mike Miller. Oh, wait a minute. Billy tried to go through his legs. He's over close to the corner. Did he get the tag? Yes, he did. Here comes the Hornet. The Hornet grabbing Mike Miller. Now over for Mike Samples. Hornet has been watching all of this in the corner. Unable to get to the tag on his partner, but now he's got it, and the Hornet takes over against Mean Mike Miller. Up in the air. Mean Mike Miller body slam. The Hornet to the rope. Drops down with the upper arm. Hornet again. Drops with the arm. Oh, this time Miller had moved out of the way. The Hornet trying to get to the tag now. I think he may have hurt himself there. He missed as he was dropping down. Billy Travis back in. Had Billy had enough rest? It doesn't look like it. Oh, he ran Mike Miller into the chair that Lauren Davenport was holding. There's a 3 count. Billy Travis and the Hornet have themselves a victory. Great move by Billy Travis. Lauren Davenport, look out, has got that can of dog food that Billy had opened up. Samples and Miller holding him. The referee trying to get Hornet untangled from the rope where they tied. Oh, they just pour that dog food all over Billy Travis. Oh, my goodness gracious. 3 against 1 here. And again, a referee trying to get the Hornet loose. Can't do it. Billy Travis kicking at him, trying to get away. Mike Samples grabs him again. There's Davenport. Here comes Jeff Jarrett. That'll get rid of him. That'll get him out of here, and it does. Yeah, maybe a different story. There's Travis coming after him. But there they go. We'll be back.
Upset is not the word. Let me tell you something, Tramp. I want you to take a good look at me. So help me God, if I die tomorrow, this week, I don't care where I win, lose, or draw, you're going to eat that food. I'm going to take it in my hand and cram it right down your stinking throat. I promise you.
Billy Travis, well, the match coming up here, he'll be going against Mean Mike Miller with a stipulation that if he loses, if Mean Mike Miller loses, and Lauren Davenport will be the one that's eating the dog food right there. We've had quite a day on USWA Wrestling today. Again, Corey will be back with us next week. Let me just sort of review. We had, of course, the world title match right here, which went to the time limit. Eddie Gilbert came over and said, hey, another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes, I can settle this whole thing. Well, his opponent agreed to the 5 minutes. Rick Morton, the referee, agreed to it. Went back in there, rang the bell. Rick Morton gets the pin, and we thought the belt, but Eddie Gilbert says, technicality. The 5 minute match was not a world title match. Well, the immediate rematch has been signed. It comes up Monday night at the Coliseum. Special referee, the Bald Eagle, also known as Paul Morton, coming up in that one. So, world title match. Title did not change hands today. Monday night might be a different story. Moondogs were running around here, too. They and Richard Lee are going to have to be facing Lawler, Jarrett, and Jackie Fargo in a six-man anything goes. We'll see you next week. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.